I can turn up. Don't know. Okay, cool. Right. Basically, I don't really have... Normally when we do twitcams, we have a set plan and we say, you know, we do games and we say, oh, a single's coming out. And obviously that's very exciting all the time. And in fact, Somebody Two's coming out in a couple of weeks. And that's always awesome to speak about that. But sometimes, like, you know, we just want to say hey to you guys in a way that's not just like really contrived and like planned. So I have no idea what I'm going to do for the next 20 minutes. But I'd love to try and get to know you guys a little bit better, and hopefully you can get to know me and the Vamps a little bit better if you'd like to. I've just seen that I have like, I don't even know what that is on my laptop. I think it's like tomato. I don't know. Okay, so the question is, what would you like to know about me? And any questions that you'd like to send, just send them to the hashtag. So I'll type it in now. Send me some questions. Cool. And I'll go on the hashtag now. Oh! Before I forget, Tristan just sent this in. We've got like a little group text chat, and the title of this video is, he found it on YouTube, and it's How to Pronounce Brad Simpson. And I just had to listen to this, and this is so weird. Look, check it out.
I freaked out. Brad Simpson. Brad Simpson.
What on earth is that? Whoever made that? I mean, firstly, thank you, because that's pretty weird. That's probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But secondly, that's very peculiar, and I don't know. It's okay. I'm going to do a couple of questions right now, just randomly for a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. Cool. So I'm going on the hashtag now. All tweets. So, question from @McVey Vamp, Jessica. Hello, Jessica. I like the name Jessica. What song are you most looking forward to performing on your tour? That's a hard one. I'm not so sure, because basically, right, we are, a little bit of information, we are, actually, we have no idea yet what we're going to play on our tour, because we haven't started rehearsing. In fact, we're only going to rehearse 2 weeks before the tour actually starts. So the actual final tracks aren't confirmed yet, but maybe if I say my favourite songs off our album are High Hopes, Somebody to You, and I don't know, like Risk It All. I really like those three songs. So hopefully we'll be playing, well, I'm sure we'll be playing hopefully all of those. So I'd say High Hopes I'd really like to play on tour. So let's hope we play that one. Thank you for your question. Vamps F Tash, why aren't you watching EastEnders? I watch Coronation Street. That's my soap. That's my guilty pleasure. So no EastEnders for me. I'm actually missing Coronation Street right now. I believe it's an hour-long episode because it's Tina's funeral, and you know, that for me, that is a really crucial episode to be watching. So I'm missing that right now, but it's cool because I'd much rather spend it with you guys. Another question. Let me see. What are 5 things you can't live without? That's from A Taste of McVey. Bry. Is that how you say your name? Cool. 5 things. Normally people only ask 1. Like what's the one thing you can live without? But I'll go for 5. Number 1 has to be my family. This is no particular order, because these 5 things are crucial to me. What would you not live without? Why don't you go on the hashtag now, hashtag James McVey twitcam, and tell me your 5 things as I'm doing mine. Number 1, family. Number 2, like the band, obviously, like the guys, and like the 7 of us. So the 4 band members. Actually, I can't include myself in that 7. So it's six guys that my absolute world is. Brad, Connor, Tristan, Dean, Finn, and our manager Joe. So those guys, I couldn't live without them ever. And then 3, my friends at home. So I have some really great friends at home, like Adam, James, got two Bens, lots of friends at home that have always been supportive from day one. So that's 3. Number 4, Mickey the cat. He is just incredible. These are all people. 5 things. Okay, I'm gonna have to do right. This is really difficult. I'll do 5 sets of people, and then 5 things. So what did I just do then? Did I just do friends? Yeah, I think so. And then number 5 has to be all of our families. Like I said, my family's for number 1, but like all of the band's families, they've been so supportive on all of us. So thank you so much to those guys. That's my 5 people. 5 things. Number 1, my car. I love cars. I look really weird, don't I? Number 2, music. Music is just my life. I mean, without music, there'd be nothing. Like, whenever I have like a really bad day, or a really good day, there's certain music that I listen to, and that's just me, like, in another place. If I've had a really bad day, I'll go listen to, I don't know, Dan and Shay, and they'll just be like, that'll encourage me. So that's 2 things there. Number 3, food. I am obsessed with eating. I think, like, I don't even know how obsessed I am with food. Like, I plan my day around food, which is not cool. I know, I need to stop that. But 3's food. 4 is the gym. I love the gym. Let's just take a moment to think about the gym. Okay, the gym. And then the last thing that I couldn't live without, I've done food, I've done all my friends, I've done my family. What could I not live without? I think, guitars. Does that come under music? Do I get guitars under music? I don't know. I'm gonna say guitars for that last one. But if not guitars, if they count as music, the sun. I love the sun. So no, I take that back. Summertime in Dorset, where I live. Okay, so that's my like 10 things. I kind of went over there, but that is my world. If you wanted like to know what is inside my head and my heart and the world of me, those 10 things are in there. That took a long time to answer, but hopefully you know me better than that. Hopefully you know me better now after hearing that. Thank you for that question, Brian. That was awesome. I'll do a couple more. Rebecca, Beck S 5 sauce. Explain the process of meeting 5 sauce. Now, like, we get asked a lot about 5 Seconds of Summer, and we get asked a lot in press, what we think of them, and we've never really said much about them. We get compared a lot to 5 Seconds of Summer and other things. I think, like, from me, from our side, like, we love 5 Seconds of Summer. We've been, we've known about them from day one, and we've been supporting them and listening to them from day one, and like, we've become pretty big fans. So I have to say, meeting 5 Seconds of Summer 2 days ago was probably one of the biggest kind of like starstruck things that's ever happened to me. Like, we've met some really, really cool people along the way so far, but meeting 5 Seconds of Summer, because I've been listening to them so much, and obviously I know that all of you guys on Twitter are massive fans of them as well. Meeting them for me was crazy, and it's great. So we just bumped into them at the Capital Summertime Ball on Saturday, and they were very friendly. We hope to meet up and hang out, because the gig was massive and it was huge, and we couldn't really speak much, but we exchanged details, and we hope to hang out soon. So that was what it was like meeting 5 Seconds of Summer. They're great guys. We love their music, and we understand why everyone loves them, because we do too. I'll do 2 more questions. Claire is awake. That's at Claire is awake. And she says, if you could go back in time and meet yourself as a kid, what would you do? That's a really, really difficult one. I think that if I could meet myself as a child, so maybe if I was like 8 years old or something, I think I'd just tell myself to, I mean, it's kind of cliche, but I tell myself that regardless of all this stuff, all the stress and the worry that I kind of hung on to throughout my school years, and you know, when I was having difficulty with like my weight and like, you know, my skin, I still have difficulty like every day with my skin, like, you know, that's a separate issue. But I think I just tell myself to just really kind of like enjoy myself and really maximize the time that I have with my friends, because, you know, my friends are very, you know, they're very supportive of me and they've been incredible. But, you know, all my friends have moved away to university now, and I go home and, like, I have, you know, a couple of really close friends at home, but I wish that I had just spent more time when I was younger, just really kind of putting myself out there, you know, doing things like school shows, or joining the football team, or, you know, going to after school club to, I don't know, play Warhammer, stuff like that. Like, I just tell myself to just live my life to the kind of best ability I can, because I wasn't very popular at school, but I guess that, like, I didn't put myself out there, and I never really gave myself the opportunity to really make friends, I guess, as well as I could have done if I had kind of eased up a little bit. So I reckon just if I would have told myself to just, you know, have fun, you know, you're young, YOLO. I don't know. I would have said that. I'll do one more question, and then I'll resume it in a bit. These are good questions so far. Thank you. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good one. There's loads of good ones. What's your so this song? Weird. This one is from @AnnaMcFly15. Hello, Anna. The question is, what's your favourite song from Ed Sheeran's new album? I think, like, since making the Vamps, it's not on me. Since the Vamps was formed, like, I've always listened to Ed, and he's one of those guys that I spoke to him, like, I don't know, 2.5 years ago, before the Vamps, and he's one of the few people that I've met along this kind of, I guess, adventure that's really just maintained being the coolest guy ever. And he's just, you know, I text him every few days, just because I know that you know, he'll speak to me and he'll give me great advice, and the advice that I've got from him has just been awesome, and I'm very grateful for that. But I was very lucky a couple of weeks ago to be invited into a recording studio in London to hear his new album for the first time before it came out, because it only came out at midnight, and I strongly recommend you get that right now. It's called Multiply. It's amazing. I was lucky enough to be invited with Tristan to check out his new album, and I thought his first album was amazing, and I've got so many memories and kind of emotions attached to that last album that I was very kind of excited and nervous in a really weird way to hear Ed's second album. And he was so cool about it. He just invited us down, and the album was incredible. We sat there, just him, me and Tristan, and the studio engineer, and just listened, like, track after track, the whole album, uncensored, everything. And it was like a pinch yourself moment. I was absolutely blown away by it. So my favourite song, I had a load of favourite songs, but it's really hard. When I first heard the album, my favourite track was, it's called One, and it's just number one on the album. That was my favourite song when I heard it right then. But since I've got the album now, as of last night, I think that I've got a few favourites. Photograph is one of the songs that I distinctly remembered from that very first listen. I'm going to get up the album now to see what else. But I also really like Tenerife Sea. That's probably my favourite Ed Sheeran song of all time. I think it's incredible, but I also really like Thinking Out Loud. But